Hello, everybody. We're back. We typically record on a Tuesday, but yesterday, our pal Andy...
It seems like it's been me lately.
Our pal Andy got his second COVID shot and was down for the count. Tell us.
Which makes today Wednesday.
Yeah, today's Wednesday. We're a day late on the record, but I'm glad you're here. You look good.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm feeling a little better today, but yeah, yesterday I was kind of a mess. Everything was pretty foggy.
All those COVID-related symptoms they talk about after that second shot?
It just felt like the flu. I had fever and aches and chills and tiredness.
And you're over it or not over it?
I would say I'm 60% over it. The fever's gone away, and that's the biggest part.
Did you literally just kind of like put yourself under some blankets and feel like you had the 24-hour vid yesterday or what?
Yep. And I only came in for you guys, so.
Well, I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Well, I got a good story. So yesterday, I was supposed to get my Johnson & Johnson.
I had signed up for that as well.
I had my Johnson & Johnson shot scheduled for 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon yesterday. And at 8 a.m. yesterday, all over the news was J&J shot suspended.
Yep.
I narrowly averted death. You guys laugh. I narrowly averted death.
Yeah.
But what they did now they rescheduled me tomorrow for the Moderna. Moderna?
Yep, Moderna, yeah.
Is
That's
that
what I got. Yep.
Great. So anyway, Andy and I will be fully you are fully vaccinated.
Yep.
And I'll be 1/2 vaccinated as of tomorrow, but I would have been fully vaccinated as of yesterday, but dead. So
Right.
I don't know.
Either way, you're not getting COVID.
I don't know. Yeah, right? I don't know how that shakes out.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'm now invincible, so.
you were invincible
You can do whatever you
previously. Now you're like super invincible. Yeah. Well, we're back. I guess I'm going to start the show out with instead of the news like we usually like to do. You did your $5 at the General?
Yep. I went shopping.
Okay.
I'm not sure if our listeners enjoy this, but I feel like this is going to grow to be one of my favorite things.
I think it's all dependent on what he brings us.
But that's part of the fun. Like right now, you don't know. It could be crap. It could be mad. It could be awesome. It could be excited. Either way.
And Easter's over, so we're not going to get a basket.
No, I'm letting you know that I went 12 cents over. I went 5.12.
That's okay, because you were 20-some cents under
yep.
last time.
Yep.
Okay.
So first thing I got, 50 cents.
You're wearing those.
I love that. Yeah. That's good. 50 cents.
Now, see, that is crap.
Those are so. Let me explain, because this is a radio show or
Hugh Hefner would be
an
proud.
audio show. Andy bought it's a little headpiece with Easter bunny ears on it that you put over, and they're furry. They're not even cheesy looking.
No,
those are cute.
I mean, those look like Miss
say.
October.
They look like Playboy bunny. Yeah.
Really nice.
Well, so they still had Easter stuff left, and they were pretty much giving it away. So
50 cents is a steal for those. In fact, I'm kind of pissed that there's
didn't
not
get
three
three
of
of them.
those.
I know.
Exactly.
Yep. I got some felt bunny stickers for 50 cents that you guys can divvy around.
You know
stick on
what?
your
Those
laptop.
don't even look seasonal to me. Those look like you could use those year round.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those
these
are
are
50
nice.
cents?
Yeah.
Those are 50 cents?
Yep, those are
Cottontails, obviously.
Yes. Yep.
I got a little stuffed bunny for 50 cents, a mini Easter plush.
See,
Bunny themed.
To me, it's about the volume. Like the volume's already exceeded my expectations for $5. So this is a tie-dyed,
Another bunny.
beanie baby-looking bunny.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I have a little figurine here.
Ooh, like
another bunny.
Like a plastic molded
It's a
bunny.
bunny
No,
theme.
it's pretty nice. Take a look at that.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So I wonder who buys these when they're full price.
It's adorable.
Was there?
I got. Well, go ahead.
I'm just like, was the entire bunny selection really there, and they don't sell any of these until they're half price, or do people come in and be like, "Oh, I've been looking for this"?
I think I bought the last one of those. So
So they
Hot
sold
item.
most of these at full price.
I guess so. Yeah.
This is a small figurine bunny holding an Easter egg.
Yep. I got some of these we can split.
Oh, wow!
Candy.
Hershey's Kisses. Yep. Wow. Easter themed Hershey's Kisses.
So
Are
like, I
those
feel
just-
this has exceeded $5.
Exactly.
great.
This
You'd
is
think, right?
this is what I wanted this to feel like.
No, we're still going.
Those are Hershey Kisses, or are those like the white chocolate ones?
Nope, regular milk
Those are just
chocolate.
regular.
I got here a hopping little Easter chick.
So this is a wind-up,
I want to give this to Tim, being that he is a
Yes.
fan of chickens.
hopping chicken.
Oh, I like it a lot.
We got to get the
So
audio.
You wind him up, and he hops around the table.
Yep. And you don't tell me you have more.
That was that. What you see before you now was $5. Oh, there goes Tim. He's gonna hop the bunny.
There's the hopping chicken. So this is
Right,
$5.
that was $5.12. I used an extra dollar of my own.
You went way over. Peeps! Whoop, whoop.
To buy you some marshmallow dipped in decadent milk chocolate Peeps.
Oh, so those
Wow.
are like a step above Peeps.
They got a little chocolate on the bottom, like Peeps in the mud.
Ugh.
Yeah, those look like Peeps that maybe had some bowel issues.
Yeah, those are a weird Peep. But you know what? I am thankful because I love my Peeps. What I'm going to do, actually,
them
though.
now. Let
No,
them-
I'm going to, I
There you
got
go.
to get some air going into those because I'm going to eat those when they're stale tomorrow. It only takes a day generally.
Oh my gosh.
So, Andy, number one,
job,
thank
Andy.
you for
Yep.
thank you for the gift. These were $1. That's actually a ripoff.
It's
No,
the
it was-
chocolate that got him.
It might have been a little. No, I don't remember what that was. That was it was 113.
Wow. Peeps. Dip them in chocolate and all of a sudden they triple their value. Who'd have thunk? Well, thank you. $5 at the General. This to me is what this segment is all about. We have $5 worth of crap that can't be duplicated anywhere.
Amen.
Well, since we had the hopping chicken, we've got big news.
What's that?
Big news.
Oh.
This is great news.
Big chicken news.
Like 8-foot chicken.
Did the
news.
chicken come back to roost?
The chicken, well, I don't know if it officially made it back yet.
Okay.
But the story goes the chicken ended up in Minnesota. The chicken just took off again. The chicken ended up in Minnesota.
Really?
Yeah.
Across state lines.
Yeah. So it sounds like a group of kids took them.
Ah.
And the one kid narked out the other kid because there was $1,000.
Yeah, it was a friend of the people that stole it said, "I want that grand," and
the $1,000
here's
bucks.
where it is.
Did you see the criteria the owner of the chicken
That's my
laid down? He's like,
Yeah.
if it's not back in my lawn, I'm pressing charges.
That's my favorite part of the story. He said he will not press charges if they return it, but if he has to go get it, he's pressing charges.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I
It's
do
like,
too.
I'm not crossing into Minnesota for my chicken. You
Yeah.
bring that thing back here.
So they found it in Centerville, Minnesota, which is north of the Twin Cities near Lino Lakes, Hugo, that area. North
So
of Lake Big
I'm
Lake.
still confused as to some kids from Minnesota happened to be passing through Wisconsin, had a pickup truck,
Yep.
had all the tools to get said chicken in the back of the
I
truck.
don't think it would take multiple trips. One trip to make a few jokes about the big cock that they wanted to steal, and then a second trip with all the tools.
Yeah.
I would think so.
How far is where the chicken was from where they lived? Couple hours?
To the
Hour?
restaurant? Or,
Yeah.
Let's see. Restaurant was in Osseo. Is that right?
It has been a year of Minnesotans crossing the border and causing a ruckus here.
Isn't it? Troublemakers.
That's a 120-mile trip.
So it's 2 hours.
About a 2-hour drive. Yeah.
Do you feel like there's as many Wisconsinites that go over to Minnesota and cause trouble?
There's got to be, but
I would think so.
then the Minnesota newspapers cover that.
Yeah.
It's a reciprocal. It's reciprocity, just like in the
is.
university system.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cause trouble here, we cause trouble there.
Yeah.
Ongoing feud. It'll last forever.
So the chicken is back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
news.
the chicken is found.
Yep.
We don't know if it's back
Hopefully,
yet.
it's on its way back.
Yeah. Will someone let me know when Karen comes down? Karen,
Yeah, I'll let
let
you
me
know.
know that she's on a tight schedule, and when she comes down, she wants to be called upon.
Okay.
So the other thing she warned me is she was tired and crabby, and her words, very Karen today.
Oh.
So we got to get Karen addressed on a
Okay.
in a quick manner.
whatever story we're on, we're gonna stop dead middle.
Exactly.
And bring her over.
In Weston, a FedEx. Was he an actual FedEx worker? No,
No.
he was dressed in FedEx
Yeah.
clothing.
This is probably my favorite story that you have on this list today.
Take it away, Timmy.
I just really enjoy this one because I can't fathom how this guy got away with doing this. He posed as a FedEx employee, and he convinced employees at a gas station in Stevens Point, the store, and a Walmart to just give him thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'm talking $260,000.
But why would you give the FedEx person money anyway?
I know.
That's
that
the
much.
weird.
What was he asking? What? Why?
He just said that the store and Walmart owed FedEx that money as a bill, and he wouldn't drop off their stuff until it was paid. And employees went into the safes and just took out all the money and gave it to him. I mean, and this guy.
So
here-
somehow he knew that before
Yeah.
going there.
The gas station employee told police.
Or
she
the
gave-
employees just didn't know that. Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh, maybe he made it up.
Yeah.
it is made up, and the
Okay.
whole thing is suspicious as can be. The gas station employee told police she gave the money to two men who arrived in a tan Ford Focus,
Oh gosh, here's your first
and
giveaway.
then for the
They
Walmart
didn't even
one,
glue a fake FedEx sticker on the side.
No, and then for the Walmart one, the person instructed them to retrieve the money from the store safe and meet in the parking lot of Rib Mountain's McDonald's for the exchange. And they did.
What?
And they gave him $243,000 from the Walmart safe.
That's unbelievable.
That is just odd.
Yeah.
Why? How would you not think something was suspicious?
I have no idea.
This was just two heists, so to speak. Netted $260.
Yeah, the one at the store was like, what did it say?
What
17
Walmart
grand?
manager? Okay, you got to be a manager at Walmart to have access to the safe.
Mm-hmm.
And how on green earth do you think I'm going to grab $100K out of the safe and go pay our overdue FedEx bill?
The caller said there should be an envelope in the safe already set aside for the order. No such envelope was found. The caller requested about 283 grand. The employee turned over 243 grand.
I can't.
So they just said, okay.
Wow. You know, I don't know if that's to be said for a person's trust level or stupidity level or both.
Or
What
an
is
inside job. They had to be in on it
No.
or something. I mean, that's just...
I'm trying to think, like, if
That's
someone
awfully stupid.
came here and said to Karen, here we go, said to Karen, we aren't dropping off anything from FedEx until you give us, let's just say $1,000. Not much less 250
$50.
Yeah. But Karen asks me if it's okay to pay like the cell phone bill
Right.
here. So I can't imagine she wouldn't come to me and be like, "Hey, there's a guy telling me to meet him in the subway parking lot with $285,000."
I'm on my way. Is that okay?
Yeah. I'm just gonna throw it in my car, and even at that, that's probably like duffel bags. That's movie style
oh, yeah,
duffel bags.
That's what I was
of money.
picturing. I'm
yeah.
picturing like a teenage Walmart employee walking around the parking lot in McDonald's and remounting with a duffel bag full of cash. I mean,
There are so many red flags to this.
I actually read this story last week. It's one of those stories I saw like right after we finished up our podcast.
Yeah.
So I was anxious to talk about this one, but more of this must have come out since I read the story, because when I read the story, it was just like man poses as FedEx worker and takes money from Walmart.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh.
I really enjoyed that one.
I thought it was like he took $1,000 a day over 260 days.
no, he just simply asked for it.
Well, since Tim was the lead on that story, I have to say, we have a big fan down in the Appleton area
Okay.
whose favorite person on the podcast is Tim.
Oh, I feel like I'm not deserving of that.
Oh, you are. I think she might have a slight crush on you because she watches the show, and she told me she didn't like our new camera angles because she can't see your face. Well, we didn't change our camera angles because we couldn't come up with anything better, because the way we have to talk into these mics with the spit arresters, I don't know if that's what they're called. Every once in a while our chicken goes off and I don't think people can hear that. You can't see our faces. But anyway, Tim, if you could every once in a while give like a shout out or a little wink at the camera,
Sure.
I know we have at least one viewer who would appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. And my parents.
And
weren't
thanks for the support.
My parents weren't shy either about telling me that their favorite person on the podcast is Tim.
Tim?
And I gave him a
That's
kind of
really
a look. And, oh, other than you.
Our son.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that I have
More
fans
than
out
once
there.
have they told me that their favorite is Tim.
I appreciate that.
And
about
Tim
them.
was an afterthought to this whole thing. Tim was the fill-in for Eric the first time Eric was gone, and we couldn't get rid of him permanently, which we've finally done only because he had a second child, and he'll be on stress level DEFCON 12 for months now. So
Yep.
there's a story that I came across yesterday that I threw it in with our Cheezehole news because they do it on Lake Michigan, but technically the story was them doing it in Chicago. But it's called power lining, and I had never heard of this until I saw this story. You somehow launch a hooked line way out into the water, like up to 50 hooks, and try and catch salmon. It was originally used for catching perch. Did you read this? Because I thought you'd find it
I
interesting.
did. I watched the video on it. It's awesome.
Isn't it crazy?
They use a fire extinguisher like as compressed CO2 to launch, like they said, an 8 to 10 ounce weight.
Yep. It involves shooting a weighted fishing line 200 to 300 yards through
That's
the
so
air
cool.
into the water with a high pressure burst of carbon dioxide from a fire extinguisher.
Sure.
And what was kind of funny about it, so this guy's got, I think they said 25 to 50 hooks on a line.
Yeah.
So the guy has 25 hooks out. The person who writes the stories with him for like an hour, and they caught a fish.
Oh, really?
They caught half fish.
It was a
and then,
must.
and at the end, the guy goes, "I don't even like to eat fish."
Yeah.
He's just out there to launch stuff.
So the story is really about how cool the process is. It has nothing to do with actually catching fish or it being like a sound method for catching fish.
I've seen people like there's videos of guys fishing in the ocean too using drones to do the same thing. They'll carry like a weight and their bait way out with a drone and have something that'll release it to drop it like hundreds of yards out in the ocean too. Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Drones have kind of turned into like they're written into most state statutes now as illegal. Like in Colorado, as an example, you can't use a drone for scouting.
Sure.
You can't, run a drone around the mountain looking for a herd of elk and locate them, and then Did I just hear Karen come down?
I heard something, but I didn't see anything. Oh, wait. Yep. Nope.
Yep.
Karen's here.
Karen's
The
here.
arrival.
Timing.
Okay,
There we go.
we're
Karen,
calling her right in.
You're up,
we
Karen.
already described that Karen's on a tight schedule. She's not in the mood for this today. Let her rip, Tater Chip. Oh wait, no. I got to give. I'm sorry. I got to give. Where
Oh
are
my
we
God.
at?
Hurry up.
Be quick.
I know. What was it?
We ate sausage from my hometown in Clear Lake, Wisconsin last week.
Well, I tried to do reviews of that grocery store, and there are some, but I'll explain later.
Okay.
When Karen's not waiting for us,
Okay.
I'll explain why I didn't pick them. Brick Fire Pizza, Clear Lake, Wisconsin. 4.7 stars, 191 reviews. 1-star review from 3 weeks ago.
Ooh.
Nothing special about the pizza. The crust was tough and chewy. Red sauce was passable. Service blows. Rang the electric doorbell over half a dozen times only to have the waitress tell me she thinks the batteries are dead. Won't be going back.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Karen.
you, Karen.
Have a good day.
Does anyone want to dissect this, or does it need no dissection?
That's service
Service blows.
Service blows. We all chuckled out loud.
What's the electric doorbell? Are they
I was
not letting
wondering that
people
too.
in?
That's what I was wondering. Is it pick up only, and
Yeah,
they
maybe.
lock the door?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Can you have your parents maybe run some recon for us?
Sure. Figure out what's going on over there.
You should have them go there and then give us their review. See if this guy's full of.
Are your
Who you're
parents
not.
up for like endeavors like this? Can we use them like
Yes.
Dave Letterman used his mother?
Yep. They would do it.
Ah, cool.
I'd like some recon on the pizza. Number one, I want to know if they feel that the sauce was passable,
Yep.
and if the crust was nothing special.
Okay. And we'll see if they put new batteries in
Yeah, and if
in
they
the doorbell.
and maybe we could grab some on our $5
gonna
at the
say,
general
we
and
could
maybe
send 'em
send them a
some.
couple double A's for
Okay.
next time.
All
Hopefully
right.
we can pick the right ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brickfire Pizza, Clear Lake, Wisconsin. Shout out. All right, back to where we were. We got to get back on task.
Yep.
Oh, I was going to say, so I was going to pick the grocery store.
Yeah.
But people hammered it because the prices were too high. That was the only.
Yeah.
That was
Small town grocery store. It's not a chain.
Well, that's the way small town grocery stores roll.
Yep.
You know, it's they aren't buying Walmart quantities of
Yep.
2% milk.
Yep.
Paying for the convenience of,
Yep.
of the local. I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah.
Yep,
So
I understand
like
when
them.
I go to the grocery store here in town that I'm paying a little extra.
Yeah, so I didn't want to throw them under the bus with bad reviews
Yeah.
because I was like, well,
we understand.
whatever. Yeah,
we
you
understand.
should have that understanding.
Yep.
It's convenience. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
We've been talking about some funny news. I'm going to go with a couple of, one odd one, two odd ones for sure. We'll start with the less disturbing of the odd stories. Racine man charged with shooting ex's new boyfriend in the groin area.
Oh, shot in the groin.
Shot through the groin, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name. What do we got going on?
Well, this was
here?
on January 2nd. It's only back in the news because he got charged recently. But so Racine police responded to Anthony Lane after a man was shot in the groin. The victim's girlfriend said the incident was caused after someone told her child's father that the boyfriend was being heavy-handed with their child.
So is the groin the news's way of saying
Privates.
he got shot in the wiener?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Like, couldn't they say, because like the groin is like, because it also could be like your inner leg or thigh.
Okay. Yeah, it continues here.
Thank you.
Yeah, the victim initially thought he was shot in the leg, but eventually realized the injury was, quote, more serious than he had initially thought.
Oh, gosh,
And he realized
that
he
is
had been
terrible.
shot in the testicle.
Oh my God.
Oh,
He shot
Yeah.
He shot the other dude's.
was that
Not
plural or was it just a testicle?
It said the as it's
Yeah.
at the
Singular.
How
testicle.
could you only hit a testicle?
Sharpshooter.
I just think there's a lot of other things in the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about a lot of other things, but one thing in particular.
Well, or even the other testicle or your legs. Oh my goodness.
I hate every bit of that.
Oh, well, I knew that had to be the news's way of keeping it rated
Yeah.
G.
Yep. So he's facing 2 felony counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide and 5 counts of felony bail jumping.
I would just claim I was aiming for the nut. Like, I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted to. I was going to take those nuts off if it was the last thing I ever did. I should be his attorney. Well, on a not so funny story about shooting, so Al Toon, which I remember very well as both a Badger and a New York Jet.
Okay.
And I want to say he coached or did something locally too, but maybe not. Or was he involved in a UW system?
His daughter was, right? The daughter, like the one involved in this story, played volleyball or something?
No, not for UW.
Not for UW. She went to school in Middleton. So
That's what it was.
I think they
was,
were
yeah.
they're around Wisconsin. So he might have been,
they're still local to the area. Well, Al Toon's daughter, her freaking husband shot her and then killed himself.
Yeah.
Out in Arizona.
out in Arizona. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Al Toon was a prominent UW figure, and I swear he still does something in Madison.
Well, I only recognize the name because of Nick Toon, who played recently. He played for the Badgers not long ago.
Yeah. That's what I remembered more.
I remember Al Toon was like one of my favorite Badgers as a kid. I bet you he probably played for the Badgers when I was in like middle school.
Al Toon played for the UW from 82 to 84.
Yeah, that's exactly when it was.
He is 8th and 6th in reception yards and touchdowns. And his son, Nick Toon, who played from 2008 to 2011, is 4th all-time in receptions and receiving yards.
So Al Toon was like, in my childhood, like he was the first good Badger ever. Because the Badgers back then were horrible. It was pre-Barry Alvarez.
Yeah, sure.
So pre-Barry Alvarez, the Badgers just sucked. So anybody who was good was like an anomaly.
Sure.
So he went and played for the Jets for like, I don't know, probably 10 seasons, 8 or 10 seasons. He played for quite a while. I think he only played for the Jets.
But so his daughter Molly, she graduated from Middleton in 2010 and was an outstanding volleyball player and went on to play volleyball at
Michigan,
for the Wolverines, and got married and living in Arizona, and then it ended very tragically.
Sad story.
Very sad story.
Is that mic on?
I did turn it on. Yep.
Okay. Well, as long as we're talking about UW and athletics and things like that, I promised that we were going to have an interview this week, and I don't remember exactly how this fell on our laps, but where did his name go? My notes are missing. Rick Wagner, I believe, is his name.
That is correct. Yes.
He applied for the UW athletic job, and I reviewed his resume, and let's just say his resume, I'm not sure it fulfills all the requirements required to be the athletic director, but I talked to him on the phone, and he wanted us to put him through a mock interview.
Yeah. He wanted to get some practice, and just to kind of highlight some of the things.
I'm going to get him on the phone. Why don't you talk?
To kind of highlight some of the things that he has on his resume that he thought was relevant to the AD position. From 2009 to 2012, he attended the Gambling Academy of Nevada High Rollers. So he knows his way around a deck of cards. From 2012.
Hey, Rick, this is Jeff with Down the Cheezehole. Can we do that mock interview we talked about?
Yeah, sure. I'm in the middle of practice here a little bit, but I'll make some time for you fellas.
All right.
What practice are you in the middle of right now?
Well, we started track and field workouts this week.
Track and field. So your resume, I had your resume previously, but I failed to print it out. Where are you at currently? What school? You're here in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, but I'm at the Appleton Rasmussen.
Appleton Rasmussen.
And what's your mascot over there?
Our mascot here is the masculine cattleman. So we're the Appleton Rasmussen masculine cattleman.
Is that a private school, I take it? Small private school down here in the valley?
For-profit public school. Anybody can go here as long as you got money.
All right.
Well, Rick, I guess my first question is, what made you want to be the AD at the University of Wisconsin?
It's a great job. I've had a few AD assistant jobs here in around the area, and I'm looking to move up, looking to take the next step.
So did you play college athletics, or?
Well, I don't want to brag.
Go ahead.
No, that's just it. I don't want to brag.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So do you mind if I ask you some pretty, like some narrowed down questions as far as like you might expect to hear when you get interviewed at the University of Wisconsin?
I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. Let's do it.
Okay, so what comes first, education or athletics?
Well, if we're talking alphabetically, it's athletics. And if we're talking importance, it's also athletics.
All right.
So there's been a lot of speculation that college athletes generate a lot of revenue and they should be paid. What is your position on that?
I'm all for it there, Chief. I've been paying athletes for years. It's the only way I can field a whole team here at Rasmussen.
Sure.
Some of these teams even have full rosters too.
Okay. Can you tell us what Title IX is?
Hold on. Holy mother of God in heaven and earth at the same time, Martinez. You call that a wind sprint? Pick it up. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Can you tell me what Title IX is?
Well, what's that? Is that a book?
No, Title IX. Title IX is it says that you have to be able to field like an equal amount of male and female athletes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, you caught me off guard there. I support all the women's sports programs here at Rasmussen. All of them that we got. We got cheerleading, we got dance, and we got home economics, and I love them all.
Oh my.
boy.
Rick. Okay.
All
okay.
right.
Hey, what pace are you even running, Weber? Run faster. I swear to God, you're going to lose those legs.
Are you coaching and talking to us? I'm not sure I'm following what is going on right now.
Yes, I'm multitasking. I'm trying to do everything at the same time.
Yeah. Well, that's probably a good attribute. I would
Yeah.
think that the UW athletic director multitasks a lot. You know, how do you envision the future of UW athletics?
In 10 years, we're going to be so good that they're going to elevate all our college programs to play with the pros. 2031 football season, opening game, Detroit Lions.
Well, the opening game against
If you don't pick up this next lap in 20 seconds, I'm going to lock you in the track shit.
I'm not sure when he's talking to us or when he's talking to his athletes.
Well, he said pro football, but then he said Detroit Lions, so I'm thrown off.
Yeah. So COVID has kind of handcuffed the revenue generation at the UW systems. You know, would you have any ideas to maybe counteract, the lost revenue through athletics?
Pass. Next question.
Okay.
Jackson, you passed Blackwell in this next lap. I'm going to saw your body in half with my stopwatch straight. All right, continue, fellas. I'm sorry. Got a lot going on here.
You were talking about that you're going to have the UW athletic system in such tip-top shape that 10 years from now you'll be scheduling the Detroit Lions as game one of the opener. When you're considering scheduling, how do you figure out proper matchups? Because there's been some talk at the UW that we schedule some cream puffs early on.
Yeah, well, you know what? I consider three things when I schedule opponents. Can we beat them, and can we beat them by a lot?
Great philosophy.
I got my deer rifle in my car, Yang. Don't make me go get it. That's not a threat. That's a promise, Chief. Pick it up.
What makes a good team?
Well, generally speaking, the team with the better players wins the game. And, well, top-notch coaching helps, and plus a little bit of intimidation and a couple threats of murder, too.
Rick, I didn't necessarily mean like what makes a good...
Spikes, I swear to God, I'm going to hang you from the
I think we should cut this off.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't think
sure.
he's fully-
I don't think he's paying attention
Yeah.
to us. Rick, I meant what makes like a good team at the UW. Like, what makes up a good athletic director team?
Oh, boy, another brain scrambler there, Chief. Let's put a pin in that one and circle back around to it.
All right, we'll come back to that.
O'Neal, pick up the pace this instant. You're going to be at
What
the
is this
bottom
guy
of the
doing?
lane.
So far, he's threatened people in a lot of different ways.
I think we should maybe cut this off.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna wrap this up, Rick. You seem pretty busy. Why are you the best?
Things are getting out of hand here. I got to handle this situation. Paulson, I will drown you in an ice bath. Thanks for getting me prepared there, Chief. I feel real good about this. Got to run. Let's go, Appleton, Rasmussen, masculine cattlemen.
What the hell?
Wow.
What the hell was that?
Don't even.
He just hung up on us, didn't he?
Hope he doesn't end his real interview that way. Whew. I believe that one of those threats was to saw a human in half with the rope from his stopwatch.
And the other threat was to drown one in the ice bath.
Yep. I heard deer rifle mentioned at one point.
Yeah, which I don't think he's probably supposed to have his deer rifle on it's a for-profit public high school he's working at. The
I'm not sure
Appleton Rasmussen
Masculine
cattleman. So is that Rasmussen sign I see when I drive through places? It's like a green logo. Is that
That's
Appleton
them.
Rasmussen?
Yep. They have multiple locations.
Appleton Rasmussen.
They have one in Wausau, so you probably drive by that one.
Sure.
But yeah, they have one in Appleton as well.
Appleton Rasmussen Cattlemen. Hey, thanks for taking care of the audio on that one for us. I appreciate you doing that, Andy. I don't know how much of it you could hear, but he was an interesting feller.
Yeah, I mean, he had a.
I feel like you guys would have got along.
He hung up on us. He hung up on us.
Oh, before it ended, or
I'm not sure. He was just.
He, you're a coach. He had a lot of philosophy on threatening his
all over the
runners,
board.
and I don't know how you stand on that, but it was interesting.
How do
different
you
take on
motivate
it.
your kids? Do you threaten to cut them in half with your whistle string?
oh gosh,
Golly.
I try to be positive, but
Do you? Positive reinforcement. I asked him what makes a good team, and he said generally the team that can beat the other team
Yeah,
or
better
something.
players.
And I meant like in the it doesn't matter. That went horribly wrong, I think. Maybe we have to better vet our interviews. It
so
was
he's
humorous.
not going to get the job.
I don't know. It was humorous for sure, but it was wild. So the Waupaca County Fire and Rescue had to come and help out a family.
Now,
Yeah.
this news story is I don't have. There's not much of a story behind it. It's a Facebook post from the Waupaca County Fire and EMS scanner.
Well, yep.
And the whole post is New London Fire Department, Bonnin Road, cow stuck in porch.
So I said they had to help that family out.
Yeah. And the number one comment is, "This is the most Wisconsin thing I've ever read."
That we need to start paying more attention to Facebook because I told you I had those good ones from last week, and this one was a classic. I don't know how we would get that stuff our way though. Although I do have a couple people, like the return of the chicken came to me from several people through Facebook posts, like almost as instantaneous news. A couple of our listeners had sent me the chicken.
I tell you, Wisconsin Rapids has a Daily Tribune that they put like police logs in and stuff. It is some of the funniest things you've ever read. It's a lot like that scanner report, where they'll just have some of the funniest postings that you cannot believe people have called in on. But we should really highlight some of those once in a while.
Yeah, we should.
They're hilarious.
Yeah. I think we just have to branch out. We have to expand.
Yep.
We have to pivot. Pivot is the new COVID word.
Yes, it
Has
is.
anyone
Yep,
noticed that?
yep.
I'm so tired of pivot. It used to be like the thing I used to hate is think outside the box. We're going to think outside the box on this one. And now in the COVID world, everyone's pivoting. Yeah. To making masks and antibacterial soap, but that's the pivot. Well, the Southern Doors Haunted Mansion couldn't figure out a way to pivot.
Oh, they didn't pivot.
There's nowhere to pivot.
They've been in business for 14 years.
So there was this haunted mansion in Southern Door, and it was run by volunteers who would just let you walk through it.
Yeah, they had 500 volunteers annually that dedicated more than 4,000 volunteer hours.
Why did it need so many volunteers? That's what confused me. 500.
Well, it does go on to say, even though they had a lot of volunteers, most of the work fell on the shoulders of the core team. So I think there's a lot of people volunteering, but not very much time.
Probably different shifts. You need different people jumping out and scaring people and directing people where to go. And
Oh, so I thought this was a haunted, like a genuine haunted mansion, and it was like a haunted house.
haunted house, yeah. Yep.
Either of you ever been? Obviously you haven't.
To this one?
Yeah.
No.
I have not. Have you?
No.
Well, you said it like you'd been there.
I was excited, hoping maybe one of you had.
Well, you got to watch your tone. Your tone was like, have you ever been? Like you were going to tell us how great it was, and you were
You need
sad
to
it was
watch your
closed.
tone right now.
Why don't you give a wink to
Yeah.
Carla and Appleton? Attaboy. Otherwise, she's going to shoot your nut
I tell you,
off.
haunted houses, mansions, though, I don't do well in those.
Well, I scare so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
jump.
the thing.
I jumpy.
I think I'm tough, and then I get in there, and I'm just like, the whole time I'm just...
I know.
Yeah.
Like
to me, it's so much worse when you know it's coming.
And I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
Like, I want to push him back.
Yeah. Sure,
Like, I want to get you away from me.
Yeah.
First
Yeah, I
reaction
don't
is
like
to
'em.
punch.
Yes. So sad to see it go, but I probably wouldn't have went there anyway.
Nope, me neither. A couple more stories and we'll wrap her up. But Wisconsin was given a C on the White House infrastructure report card.
That ain't bad.
Hey,
No,
see,
I'll take it.
that's a
bad.
passing grade. Yep.
If I got a C when I was in high school, that was like an A. So I'll take that.
That's also the grade that most states were given.
Yeah, I think that they do that just so everyone
So
feels
they can,
good.
yes, yeah, and they can justify the amount of funding that they give.
Infrastructure is an oddity anyway. You have to have regular inspections and all this stuff done, and then they make you feel like bridges are collapsing and everything. Although that one in Minnesota did a while back. So, all right, I won't dismiss this. Better get her.
I'm looking up to see if any states got an F.
Yeah, there was. I'm
Really?
sure there was. Yeah.
What do you think America's infrastructure was, like average for America?
The grade?
Yeah.
I would assume it was a C.
C minus.
minus.
Oh,
So we did better than the average.
all right.
Yeah.
So did you find did anybody?
Is there a list? Is there a published list?
Looking for that.
America's infrastructure grades by state. I'm gonna bet like the East Coast where it's older, they're gonna have the failing grades. Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New York. Anything that starts with new will actually be old.
Oh, I see.
That's how that works. Except for New Mexico, because that's further west. So it's kind of an anomaly.
Let's check New York here.
Is this difficult?
Yeah, it's turning out to be.
Maybe we
I feel like I'm letting everyone down, and I apologize.
Yeah, well, hey, Eric never found anything any faster, so don't worry about it.
Well, while Tim looks it up, maybe we can pivot to the next story and maybe
Well,
come back to that.
Yep, the next story, and this will be our final story, is that Brewer fan collects and plans to donate more than 900 signed baseballs. How big of a time period has he collected these over? Or does he have 900 signed baseballs by Ryan Braun?
He said he probably started about 20 years ago trying to collect the baseball from the 1982 team.
Yeah. The 1982 Brewer team is like that 1980 whatever Bears team to me. I have the best childhood memories ever of that Brewer team.
Right now he's working on his collection has a signed baseball from almost every player that's played on the team for the past 20 years.
Huh.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's
Yep.
really cool.
He's only missing 29 signatures, and he plans on getting them all.
How does he buy them off eBay? Does he collect them himself, or does it not say?
It said he tried pretty much everything. He'd go to like anytime there's like a player doing signings at a bookstore or anything, he'd go to those. But then at the end, he just started mailing baseballs to players with the return slip paid for already.
And they did it,
And
huh?
he'd sign it most time. He said
Maybe
about
that's what we-
60% would sign it and send it back.
Maybe that's what we need to do
Sure.
to get guests.
Send them something.
Send them a box
Jolly Good and cheese
and sausage.
with our phone number and call us.
Something.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that's today's guest. I don't know. We don't need him back. I guess if we didn't find any grades,
I struggled on that one. I didn't find like just a set list that I could read easily.
I think you and I had talked. Didn't we talk about that Brewer team one time? And I said I could still remember their whole starting lineup.
Really?
Did I try to impress you guys at that one time?
I don't think
and I
so.
think I failed on the right fielder. I went catcher Sal Bando, first base Cecil Cooper, second base Don Money, shortstop Robin Yount, third base. Oh, I'm screwing something up here. Oh, who's third base? Forget. Ben Ogilvy in the outfield. Who's left fielder, center fielder? I'm missing them. Yeah. Boy, I had a better memory a couple
Do you
years
still follow
ago.
the Brewers?
No, I
Close?
could care less
Really?
about the Brewers.
I never. So I loved playing baseball in my younger years. Never really followed them, but like the last 3-4 years, I've
Gorman
been really
Thomas.
into it.
Gorman Thomas. I
There you
forgot
go.
Gorman Thomas. Sorry, go ahead.
Been really, really into it. I'm enjoying it.
I've gotten more into him since COVID. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah.
I think it was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago when they finally got good. Yelich started
Well-
getting on a roll and stuff. I got into them pretty hard, and now I watch like almost every game I can.
Well, there is something to be said for like when a team's winning, you're
Yeah, for
obviously
sure.
more into him. And I do like Christian Yelich. I
Me
would
too.
agree. He's kind of why I watch.
Yep.
Just a little bit more information on that, on the ratings, on the grades. 25 states received a grade of C- or below. The highest grade given was a C+.
What?
We did great.
To Georgia and Utah
Gross.
had the highest grades. Florida, Iowa, Kansas, Maryland, Minnesota, Montana, North Dakota, Nevada, Texas, Vermont, Washington, and Wisconsin all got C grades, and everybody else was lower.
So we did
So
really
they didn't
good.
give out the. Who got the Fs?
I don't know. It still didn't say. I don't know if anybody got an F. It did say that Washington D.C. got a D-.
Classic.
Oh, let's make ourselves look the worst. I'm tired of this bureaucracy. All right.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody else have anything?
I don't know.
We did a lot today.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We had an interview. We got some stuff from the general.
The
I'm
stuff
kind of-
we got from the general was
Yeah.
over the top.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to hang this up and play with it, honestly.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The stuff from the general.
Oh, okay. Good
$5 is
afternoon.
only going to get you so much.
Oh, hey now. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.